Hello and welcome to the Bel-E and Scratch podcast. I am your host, Bel-E.
And I am your co-host, Scratch.
And today, I don't have anything. You got something?
I always got something.
Of course you
right
always got
here
something.
in my pocket.
Okay. Well, elaborate.
Well, we could either talk about. I was really. I'm going to make I'll make a highlight of the last bit of the last episode.
Oh, the
complacency of thought.
My theory of the complacency of thought.
I definitely want to go over that, but
that's cool. We can go over that a little bit more. Maybe you can help me expound and expand on it.
I also am interested in The Alchemist.
Yes, shit. I don't know what happened that made me go, oh, hey, I need to read that again, but I'm glad I did.
Really?
Yeah, hang on. We have an intruder. You know what? No, let him stay up there. He's fine.
He can stay up there.
Yeah, he's fine.
We have a new addition to the household.
Indeed.
He is a pixie bob.
Mm-hmm.
An orange tabby pixie bob. His name is Rusty.
And his nicknames are the Kid, as I've nicknamed him. He's also the Cocaine Cat. Like, one of the other cats was roughly the same way when she was that young.
Mm-hmm.
No, he outdoes her.
His back legs are like a jackrabbit.
Yeah, he's probably going to be fucking huge.
He is going to be big.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to be a hunter.
Good.
I had a Manx cat when I was a kid. First, second, third, fourth grade. That just killed everything. I mean...
Everything?
Everything. She fought dogs. She fought cats.
Well, that makes sense, because he is trying to eat my dog.
Rabbits, squirrels, snakes, birds. She took down everything that was her size and lower. Her name was Miss Kitty.
Oh.
And she was quite the image because during one of the colder winters, she decided to. Not only was she tailless, she was a Manx cat.
Yeah.
Which originates from the Isle of Man.
Yeah.
Tailless cat.
Mm-hmm.
She had also, during one of the colder winters, decided to sleep on the engine of my father's car.
Oh.
And he cranked it one morning, and it literally chopped off one of her ears.
Oh.
So
kitty.
There was this black
cat. Black, one-eared, tailless cat.
One-eared, literally.
That was
big...
still trying to kill everything.
It was quite the image. My childhood.
It kind of reminds me of that Jack Russell Terrier my grandparents had, Belle.
Mm-hmm.
How at some point she got into an accident and one of her front paws was a bit lame. She couldn't walk on it properly. But she would still jump up and snatch birds that dove too close to the ground.
That didn't understand exactly what she was.
Yeah, because she's a fucking Jack Russell Terrier.
Jack Russell Terrier.
Yeah, those are actual hunting dogs.
Yeah.
Well, there's a lot of dogs that are hunting dogs. Jack Russell Terrier's different. Because they're hunter dogs with small dog energy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the difference.
Small dog energy.
Yeah,
absolutely.
that whole thing of, big dogs, it's like you push them on their side and sometimes they'll go like, oh, what's happening? Am I gonna get a belly rub? Am I gonna get a treat? I'm on my side. It's a whole world of new adventures. You push a small dog on its side, it's liable to kill you and your family.
Take your arm off.
Yeah. So that's the difference. A hunting dog with small dog energy.
Small dog energy.
That is a Jack Russell Terrier, and so.
So no, this is a pixie bob, which means she's a descendant of a bobcat.
Somewhere in there.
Southeastern, East Coast, North American bobcat.
Yes.
As an orange tabby.
Yeah.
And
bobcats may be friend-shaped, but they are not friendly.
No.
I just want to announce that to all the stupid white people moving into the area.
Hey, white people,
don't fuck with them.
Leave them fucking bobcats alone.
Yeah, you see, it's all these Californian chicks.
Exactly, it's all these
like,
people like, oh, he's so cute, because you think you're in a petting zoo.
Yeah. No, don't fuck with the bobcats.
Don't mess with the bobcats.
No, don't. Not the bobcats, not the lynxes, or lynxi, whatever the fuck their plural
Whatever the plural is.
Yeah, no mountain lions. Don't do it. Not the bears either. No, don't do it.
Kitty.
Don't do it.
Yeah. So yeah. No, that's going to be interesting because when we were on the West Coast, they had to actually post signs to tell people not to feed the coyotes. Those are not. Here's a picture. It's not a stray dog.
No. Don't feed it.
Don't feed it.
Yeah.
It's a coyote.
Yeah.
Because you standing there holding your hand out. And, it'd be one thing if you just threw it out there.
Sure. But they were trying to get it to eat from their hand.
They're trying to hand feed it.
Do you know how just the size of that person, like, the ego that comes with that.
Right.
You're just so wrapped up in whatever the fuck you're doing that you're just like, I'm
born
free, one with nature. Everything can eat out of the palm of my hand because I am one with the universe. Hey, buddy.
It'll eat out of your hand, all right.
Exactly.
You
Look.
pull back one less finger.
Yeah, exactly. Look, I'm all about centering yourself. Yeah. Don't fuck with the wildlife, okay?
I mean, there's always
no matter how deep into whatever thing you're involved in, be it secular or spiritual, don't mess with the wildlife.
There's always a variable.
There is always a variable. Don't be like the bear dude.
Yeah, Mr. Bear.
Yeah, don't be like that guy. Don't be that guy.
Don't be Mr. Bear Turd.
Yeah, don't be that guy.
Yeah, I remember reading an article about the scene in Dances with Wolves.
Which part?
The part where Kevin Costner's character is hands the meat to the wolf.
To that one wolf, yeah.
Yeah, and he said
he better have been scared.
He was scared.
Good. That is the right response.
He said, "There he is." And this is a trained wolf.
It's still a wolf.
But it's still a wolf.
Yeah.
And its natural instinct is to snap and tear and run.
Exactly.
And he said, that one scene where he has to reach out and I think it was a piece of salt pork or something like that.
Yeah. Feeding this wolf that won't leave him alone in the movie.
In the hand.
Yeah.
He said he was scared to death.
Good. That is the correct response.
It's the correct response.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Shit.
It's a wolf.
It's a wolf, okay?
I mean, who do you think you are, Tarzan?
Yeah, exactly. I don't know. That's always been one part of this weird new age spirituality that I can't wrap my head around.
I know. What makes you think you can talk to that? Well, I'm going to tell you something.
No. It's not. No. It's not
talking. We're going to break into something really old here.
I know we are, but let me get my point out first.
Okay,
it's not talking to nature or communicating with the wolves or the wildlife. That's the problem.
Yeah.
It's the fact that you're not spooked by them.
Right.
It's this weird,
you're right.
This transhumanistic characteristic of this new age spirituality that I keep running into where, the whole, I get the belief everything has a soul or some piece of it or whatever you want to define it. Hey, guess what? Just because that cat up there behind those stack of books sleeping up there has a soul doesn't mean it's sentient. And that's the difference.
Correct. Well, that's
yes, you can believe everything has a soul. Just there's a difference between soul and sentience.
That's something I talked to the matriarch about.
How so?
He's like, I love tigers. I would love to have a tiger. I was like, yeah, I'd like to have a tiger too. But the issue is when they get 600 pounds.
Yes.
And they're quote unquote, air quote, playing with you.
Yeah, which to them they are.
But one good swipe and you're done.
Yeah, you're done.
Okay, they don't mean to kill you.
No, they're just...
Not if they don't want to.
Yeah, exactly.
But just by the nature of
what it is.
What it is.
You just shouldn't You shouldn't engage in
that
it.
kind of weight, that kind of power, that kind of
and lack of awareness of it.
And lack of awareness of it.
Yes.
Yeah. It would probably make a lovely pet
if it wasn't 600 pounds and would be 7 feet long.
600 pounds and 7 feet long.
Yeah. Yeah, that's called getting a house cat.
Yeah.
That's why we have the house cats.
Yes, they're both cats, but no, they're not the same at all.
Correct.
Not at all.
So
yeah.
Anyway, I honestly, Julie, I don't see a lot of people being like,
not around here.
No, not around. Well, we might see an increase in that because the people flooding in, but that'll get capped sooner or later. Yeah,
it's going to get capped.
No, because the culture around here is different, which is unless you are going into the woods with some sort of weapon, you shouldn't go into those woods at all.
It wouldn't hurt.
So, no.
No, we ran into a bunch of that when we were out there on the West Coast, and it was like, I don't know, obviously you have not ever been flogged by a rooster.
No, I haven't.
When I was a small child, we had a chicken coop and chickens, and my mother collected eggs and cooked one every now and then. God bless her. But I have been flogged by a rooster, and it just means that you're in a rooster's territory. And they'll attack you.
Yeah. Because they don't want you in their turf.
They don't want you in their turf.
Just like people do.
Yeah. And so I remember when we were living on 15 minutes north of the Golden Gate Bridge, and there was an incident out there where this animal control officer had to go to this apartment that was lived in by this family from the country that's west of Japan. And I mean, this was old school family west of Japan. Like
first generation immigrant type stuff. Okay.
This woman was wearing like a flower sackcloth dress.
Oh.
Also with the headband. The covering of the head was also made from
some sort of sackcloth.
Some sort of flower sack.
Because that's what they had.
And he was called out there, and they had a bunch of cages. It was really interesting. They were all in this apartment.
And they were raising chickens.
And they were raising chickens and ducks. And this animal control officer was talking about that it has to be, literally, I'm not playing this up. This is exactly how this fellow spoke. He said, well, it has to be because they're in cages, because I know that chickens don't react that way. Yes, they do.
Yes, they do.
Yes, they do. You think they're lambs? No, they're not.
They're chickens.
They're chickens.
There's a reason why their beaks are sharp and their talons are pointy.
They do have talons.
Yes, they have talons.
It ain't just to scratch up worms.
No.
Okay.
Because those things have to defend themselves from coyotes and foxes
that's when it
and
dawned
dogs.
On me is that there's a large portion of people in this world that
they're not farmers, or they don't come from farmers.
No, they're not farmers. They don't come from farmers.
They don't know how animals fucking work.
They don't know how animals work.
No,
they think that animals are like characters in a Disney movie.
Yeah, that's why my whole thing of this bizarre emphasis that everything has some.
They're just waiting for them to bust out into a song.
Or not just that, just this whole thing of just this importance of everything has a soul. It's why people go vegan. Everything has a soul. And it's like, guys, I think you're confusing soul with sentience.
Oh, absolutely.
The ability to rationalize and speak and make plans, such as you and I are doing right this second.
And ultimately, there's no way to measure and confirm that.
Correct.
But.
Exactly. I like how Joe Rogan put it. It was something like on one of his stand-ups, not his fucking podcast, okay? Look, I prefer my Joe Rogan to be in his stand-up where it's just him not talking to someone who is either way smarter than any person I've ever met,
right,
or is so fucked up, insane, or on drugs that you don't want to be in the same room with them. It's kind of why it's really...
And he can get away with that.
And he can get away because he's fucking Joe Rogan. He doesn't give a shit.
Ass,
yeah, and he don't give a shit.
Right.
You know?
I mean, he'll tap them out real quick.
Yeah, exactly. and I say that because, honestly and truly, watching the Alex Jones, Joe Rogan podcasts, there's 2 of them, is a fucking religious experience, and I don't want to do it again.
I'm gonna have to watch that one of these days.
Small doses, I'm just gonna tell you that.
Really?
Yeah, just... Because there's only so long you can listen to Alex Jones talk about the Nazi pedophile aliens from a different dimension before you just collapse. It's like, oh god, click, pause, tap, I tap, no. So, and there's a bunch of other of his stuff, so...
Same station tomorrow.
Shit, you have no idea.
Yeah.
But you know what? I'm gonna cut him some slack because it's now not cool to like Joe Rogan.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Good luck with that.
Yeah, exactly. But anyway, so on one of his stand-ups, he's talking about this whole the jokes. The skit is how he thinks veganism is dumb.
Yeah. But
the part I'm talking about is, you know, he said something like, "You don't think dogs wouldn't like milk in their bowls instead of water?" You know, your dog.
Oh yeah. Pour some milk in a bowl and see what a dog does.
Yeah. The dog's not gonna go, is this free range dog milk? If not, fuck off, pig.
Fuck off, pig.
Yeah, no, the dog's going, what is this stuff? It's amazing. The dog. Yeah, he says the dog is just amazed that it's got cold water inside and it's hot outside.
Right. That's it.
You know, that's all. The reason dogs do that is and he said the reason dogs do that is because they're too fucking dumb to farm. And I'm like, that's basically it. That's basically what separates us from that cat up there.
Yeah.
He's too fucking dumb to farm.
Yes.
That is it.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's part of what sentience is.
He's a hunter-gatherer.
Yeah. And there's nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that.
Honestly.
That's what his tribe is.
Yeah.
Hunter-gatherer.
Hunter-gatherer and cuddler, I guess.
Yes, cuddler is part
Jesus
of it.
Christ. Yeah, he will scream at you if you don't pet. Yeah.
Pick me up.
Anyway, so that's kind of my biggest issue is the animals don't have sentience, people, okay?
No.
You can believe everything has a soul. I'm not going to disagree with that.
I'm not going to disagree with that.
The fucking celery stick is not sentient.
Heaven. All cats go to hell.
What do you mean they go to hell? They run hell.
They run. That's fair.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's fair.
That's fair.
That's fair.
That's fair.
Okay.
I can agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So that's my take on it. But
no, I mean, no, it doesn't mean that you.
Yeah, the celery stick is not thinking about saving up its allowance for college tuition, guys, okay? That celery stick and tub of peanut butter you buy at fucking Starbucks in their little packaging. It's not
ranch.
Yeah, or ranch or whatever the hell. Yeah, those pieces of vegetable and fruits are not like aspiring to like go and study philosophy or fucking stunt driving school.
You know what pisses me off about people that think stuff like that?
What?
Stop eating it. Then what are you going to eat? You understand?
Yeah, exactly.
It's this nihilistic. This nihilistic self-hating.
But here's the thing.
I were dead. Oh, do you? Well, we wish you were dead too. So why don't you just take the shortcut?
What the fuck do you want?
Yeah, we're talking about you. Oh no, he's awake.
Oh God.
Oh, he's a new addition to the household.
All right.
Anyway.
What the fuck do you want,
yeah.
Cat? It's okay.
It's like people that, they're like, they save the dolphins, but they're wearing leather shoes. You know what I'm saying?
No, I get that. He's going to go after your origami ships.
He's going after the board.
Oh. Yeah, don't fuck up the board.
Yeah, mess with the wires.
Yeah. We kind of need that. He doesn't chew wires, thankfully.
No, he doesn't.
That's usually why I keep this door closed, is because sometimes somebody will chew on the wires, and I got a lot of expensive shit in here, so thankfully he does not.
What's up, buddy?
He just likes to eat the fucking avocado tree.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Leave that avocado trail on.
He better.
So
yeah, it's there you go.
I mean, I have to say that your beast is probably one of the most astute animals.
Yeah, I will say this: if there was an animal closer to sentience, it would be like two in particular that I can think of off the top of my head. One is Coco, or one was Coco. That gorilla that could do sign language.
Oh yeah,
that
was
that gorilla and my dog are the closest I've ever gotten to going. Are you not a person, but are you? Is there more to you?
Is there more to you
than what I'm looking at?
It's amazing.
That whole namaste. I see the soul in you. Right. I see the you in you. Is there a you in you?
Is there you in you?
Yeah. Is that
right.
what's happening?
He's as close as I've ever seen.
Yeah. But
I mean, to the point where he can affect the choices that you make based on
it's kind of why
his involvement. It's really interesting.
Yeah, it's kind of why I haven't had him clipped, because I know you gotta have him clipped, spayed and neutered. It's kind of why I didn't do that, because I was like, okay, I don't have any plans to I'm not a dog breeder, but if something were to occur,
right.
I wouldn't stop it.
No.
Per se.
No. I mean, he's not.
Obviously, I'm not going to, encourage it, but if I turn my back for 5 minutes, there you go.
There you go. No, he's very intuitive.
Jesus.
I mean, the other dog we have.
She's cute.
She's cute. Her name is Charlie.
She's nice.
She is a lab.
Oh, please tell me we can hear his mews in the podcast.
I hope so.
Yes.
And she is arguably the smartest dog I've ever seen.
Good.
She'll I remember when we first got her, and she was so
yes.
That should pick up. Hey.
Yeah, good.
I'm not you're not getting a cut either.
No.
That's right. Yeah, you're just a prop.
Yeah.
Yeah, an animal's just a prop. No.
All right, W.C. Fields.
Yeah, exactly. She
when she was a puppy.
When we brought her here. When we brought her here. What? Say it. Say something.
Oh God.
Come on. I can hear that.
I can hear that. Oh. Whoa. That's some good ASMR shit right there.
That is some good ASMR shit there.
Yeah, we just record 4 hours of the cat purring and just call it a day.
It worked for me.
Mm-hmm. Anyway.
Not a bad idea, actually.
Yeah, actually it is not a bad idea. And just remix it.
She, by interacting with us, she realized that she had this biting, chewing kind of response when you played with her.
Sure.
And she literally realized that it was causing us discomfort because we'd go, "Hey, Charlie."
Yeah.
And then it got when she doesn't do this much anymore.
Mm-hmm.
But when she first arrived, she got to a point where she would go grab a toy, and she would chew on it while she played with you.
Yeah. So
she would not chew on you.
Yeah.
And it was obvious what she was doing.
Yeah.
And that is that's an interesting level of intelligence.
Yeah, because she learned.
Well, she learned exactly. She made a.
Yeah, I know.
She came to a crossroads, and
somewhere in her,
she changed her behavior.
Yeah, on her own. We're not you. I don't think you.
I didn't go here chew on this while we're playing.
No. She did that.
She did that on her own.
Exactly.
But. Your boy.
Yeah.
He is so
Yeah, like, for example, most recently, it's been real hot this summer in our area.
Yeah.
There's a spot I like to throw his balls over. It's that barricade towards the other side of the house near the neighbors. That way he'll jump over the barricade to exude more energy.
Yeah.
He does not, anytime I throw the ball in that direction to jump over that barricade, he will not go over there. And at first I thought my neighbor had done something to make him scared of going over that side of the property.
Right.
But I had gone with him over to that side of the property and he just mills around just fine. He just doesn't want to jump over that little barricade. But he will play fetch in the shade under the trees. Yeah, that's what I noticed. He wasn't scared. He just didn't want to hop around in the hot sun.
Yeah, I mean,
I was like, really?
Animals are, they're more in tune than we think they are.
Oh, they are. They're a lot tougher than we give them credit for.
And they are true, I love this. I part of my responsibilities in my job is to go visit people in their home and watch them perform actions that I have taught them in the clinic.
Yeah.
And they're always amazed at how at ease their animals are around me.
Mm.
They're like, oh man, when the delivery guy was here the other day, that Betsy here was slamming against the door
to get after
him, and here's me, and Betsy's backing up to me so I can scratch their bottom. Mm-hmm. They're like, I've never seen them like this. I said, well, animals can sense evil.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why,
I've always been an ass, but I'm not evil.
No, I get it. No, there's a difference. No, that's why I hold the philosophy of, if my dog don't like you, I don't like you.
Yeah, if my dog don't like you, I don't like you.
And I know when he don't like
somebody.
Yeah, and I know when he don't like somebody. Yeah. Like, him being skittish around someone is one thing.
It's one thing.
And it's him going up to someone and wanting to be petted by someone is another thing.
Yeah.
But I know when he does not like somebody.
Yeah. Yeah, you got to pay attention to that.
Mm-hmm.
You really do.
But anyway. We started talking about, The Alchemist. Let's see what else happened. Batgirl got canceled.
Batgirl got canceled.
Yeah, I'm
not happy about it.
I'm not happy about it either. But probably for different reasons than you think.
When I first saw the original costume, I was like, "Are you kidding?"
Yeah.
Looks like she's wearing some purple pajamas. Well, it's not supposed to be about that. No, I don't. Yeah,
but look at what you made instead.
Look what you did instead.
She's not wearing armor. She's not being objectified, which I guess was the goal, but... She's wearing a jumpsuit.
Well, goal achieved is all I can say.
That's fine.
You got to figure out.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, I'm not. Hey, it's not my fault that it's profitable to present something a certain way. I don't have anything to do with that.
No. Yeah, you're not advocating for it. You're just acknowledging the fact that it's there for a reason.
It's there for a reason. Are you trying to sell tickets? Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, do you think look, I spent as a young red-blooded North American male, I spent enough money on movies that I'm sure there was a certain level of objectification.
You probably went and saw Barbed Wire or something like that.
No.
Too much?
That's too much.
Fair enough.
She's over the line.
Okay, that's cool. I'm trying to figure out where your line was.
I don't really know.
Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That would be where it starts.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
literally.
That would be too
oh my God.
one way, and then Barbed Wire would be too far the other way.
Okay, hang on, real quick, little aside. Speaking of Who Framed Roger Rabbit, just real quick.
To do a podcast here, Cat. He don't care. So, just an aside, I will never this is one of my favorite stories from the Career Center back when this is from high school, and I remember this was my senior year. It was the last leg of. It was the last. Oh God, that hurts. All right, my headphones are really good. Yeah, we got good ones.
So, the whole last leg of my senior year at the Career Center, they were talking like, oh, the last day we're gonna have like 3 different stations to watch movies. We're gonna set up in this corner, watch a movie. Gonna set up in this corner, watch a movie.
The last day.
The last couple days.
Okay.
Yeah, the last
week. I have
last
more respect.
week, basically,
I have more respect for
something like
week.
that. And then it started to, well, I don't know if there was just a bunch of people behind on all their shit, but suddenly last week became the last couple days, became the last day.
Yeah, it's usually how it turns out.
Uh-huh. And then all of a sudden it was like, oh, we're not going to do it at all. And I said, the fuck you're not? So out of my
you've been holding out for all this time.
Yeah, because...
No, you said it. I didn't say it.
Yeah, you've been talking about it since before Christmas, motherfucker.
Mary.
Exactly. So out of my own house, because I had a bunch of people who were like, we gotta watch Who Framed Roger Rabbit. We're all digital art and design students, because it's, we're kind of in that sphere. People who would appreciate it,
That's fair.
That's fair. So out of my own house, I brought my own Who Framed Roger Rabbit's DVD back when we bought it as a DVD. I brought it to school, to the Career Center. I set up in one of the big cubicles.
Yeah.
And just everybody started putting their chairs around it, and I guess the teacher realized that she had lost control of the situation and decided to put like fucking Despicable Me 2 on the projector.
What you gonna do?
Yeah, what you gonna do? So what happened was, in one corner,
you're like the most dangerous person in the entire building.
Yeah, because I'm about to fucking graduate. What are they gonna do?
Yeah, what are you gonna do?
Yeah, what are you gonna do?
Oh, dude.
Yeah, this is why seniors with senioritis are dangerous. This is why they do dumb shit like the senior pranks.
Yeah,
but at any rate,
bad.
So in one corner of the classroom was, on a smaller screen, was Who Framed Roger Rabbit, and on the big fucking projector was Despicable Me 2, which, let's be fair, I don't know, out of a class of 20, 5 people were watching that, and I had the rest of the class. The rest of the class was either doing their own thing on their own computers or watching my show.
Right.
And I cannot tell you the number of times the dude students, all of them, no matter who was watching what, all the dude students clamored around my little area when Jessica Rabbit was about to pop up on screen. All of them. Teenage boys. And a lot of them were talking like, hey, my first boner was Jessica Rabbit. All of them! These fucking nerds.
Oh my God.
These fucking nerds. And they're all like, oh, that's the only part I came to see.
What's a boner?
Jesus Christ. So, it's just...
that character was actually based on a specific individual. Who was built like that. I can't think of her name.
Hedy Lamarr?
No, well, kind of, sort of.
Somewhere in there, Hedy Lamarr. I will say that.
Yeah, Hedy Lamarr's in there somewhere.
But anyway, no, I get it. No, I didn't get mad. I understood.
Ugh.
This rotten cat. But anyway, that's an aside. Batgirl got canceled, and I'm pissed for very specific reasons.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna tell...
And that's a legit reason.
Yeah, these are legit reasons.
I mean, you were waiting for a particular...
Hey, let me tell the story.
All right.
You got the cat.
I don't want the cat.
I know. Oh, he's asleep.
Yeah, he's asleep.
Yeah, you're over there. Yeah, you're fucked over there.
I'm stuck now.
Yeah, you're stuck now. So... Oh God, I wish people could see this. Aw.
They will.
Oh yeah, sooner or later. So, basically, there were 2 people in this movie I wanted to see act. One was fucking Michael Keaton. Who they somehow...
They must have offered him a ton.
They must have offered him a shit ton of money. Because think about it. Look at what Marvel and DC and Warner Brothers have been doing for the past 5 to 10 years. Strong, independent woman who is so unconquerable in whatever the fuck she's doing.
Oh yeah.
No obstacle presents more than a momentary stopping point.
It's like Captain Marvel.
Shit.
Different levels of Captain Marvel.
Different levels of Captain Marvel, which, look, I don't know how that character was going to sell anyway, but it sure as hell wasn't going to be how they did it. No. So you basically have the main character who is the strong, independent woman who don't need no man, except that she still kind of sort of needs that man for plot reasons.
If you're going to make the story work.
Yeah, if you're going to make the story work, you better have...
When you were a kid and you had, and I was like, a love story is like one of the central tenets of
because it's something we can all connect to.
It's something everybody can connect to,
Yeah, and then you take that shit out. And
you take that out and then you're
stuck.
You're like, you're 25 to 50% weaker.
Yeah, exactly. Unless it's the type of movie where you really don't need that.
Yeah, like
Pi.
Man with No Name.
Man with No Name.
Any kind of...
The movie Pi.
The movie Pi.
Movie Pi, yeah.
Anything with Clint Eastwood in it.
Yeah, well, anything with Clint Eastwood in it, let's be fair. But you know what I mean. Yeah. Not all stories need a love story, but sometimes it helps.
They at least hint at it.
Or at least hint at it. Hell, even Django, which I saw for the first time a couple weeks ago, because I was like, at the time when
Django Unchained.
Django Unchained, okay. Yes. I love that movie, by the way. I wish I saw it sooner, but when it came out, I was just so wrapped up in this whole thing of, oh my god, I get it. The southeast of the North Americas was racist or whatever. I get it.
Yeah, we get it.
We get it. Can we... I'm not saying don't ignore... I'm not saying ignore it, but for fuck's sake.
Do we have to keep making the same
Do we have to keep making the same fucking movie of the Southern gentleman?
Get out of the pool!
Get out of the pool! Exactly. We have to keep making the same goddamn movie?
Yeah.
Fuck. Yeah. Anyway, So I watched it. I'm glad I did. Leonardo DiCaprio was amazing. He nailed the accent, and I know he did.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he did. He had to be coached by Jamie Foxx and Samuel Jackson to get a certain word out of him because he wouldn't say it. And they were like, dude, just fucking do it. Just do it.
Just do it,
It's a Tuesday for us, okay?
A Tuesday, yeah.
And I'm not saying he should have won the Oscar, but
they're not
going to give the fucking best actor Oscar not for that reason, and not to Quentin Tarantino,
and not to anything Quentin Tarantino.
No. Best Picture, maybe. Makeup effects, maybe. Like something small, something measly, you can probably get away with. Yeah, but one of the big five, it's a big old no.
Nope.
Same thing with Stephen King.
Yep. Nope.
Nope.
They're not gonna do it.
No matter how good Shawshank Redemption was, there's no fucking way. So, yeah, Michael Keaton, I wanted him to do well, despite the fact I know the movie would have been terrible. And, of course, because...
I would have went and saw it just to see him.
Exactly. He could have been in the movie for 10 fucking minutes.
For 10 minutes, and I would have
watched it. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Hey, look, I've seen movies for lesser reasons. I saw Doctor Strange 2 because Sam Raimi directed it. And guess what? Except for the plot, it was the best fucking Marvel movie I've seen thus far. Like, stage 4-wise. That's it. And fuck No Way Home. I'm emotionally drained because of that movie. They almost killed my Spider-Man.
What am I supposed to do with this cat?
Hold him.
Look at that.
He does not give a fuck. Hello.
Hello.
Are you going to be the new prop master for the show?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'll lay on you
oh, by the way, he loves it when you do that double thumb, like, on at the back of his neck.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Pro tip. So,
what are you doing in here anyway? It's like you knew we were coming in here.
Yeah, I know. No, he sometimes likes to chill in the closet. But, so I would have seen it for Michael Keaton.
Yeah, I would have seen it for Michael
Keaton. But the main reason I wanted to see it...
Which is really interesting.
...is because of who was playing the bad guy in Batgirl. The character's name is Firefly, which, C, D, tier villain, not like the Joker, Two-Face.
They didn't show... We haven't seen anything.
Oh, there's footage of the costume.
Oh.
It's a good costume.
But no.
So far, I can't find, anything where he's, out of mask, talking or acting, or nothing. Yeah, I can't find any of that. Yeah, I know, it's bullshit. But, I know I found footage of the costume. It's actually a really good costume. It's very fitting, very spooky.
Yeah.
And he's a pyromaniac. I don't know what his deal is. Something about a pyrotechnic accident or something. I'm not up on Firefly lore, okay?
Me either.
Yeah, I know. You don't do DC typically.
I used to be a collector, and I was kind of aware of the main characters.
Sure.
And the B tier.
Sure, but beyond that,
I have no idea.
Exactly.
So,
but the person playing Firefly was Brendan Fraser.
That would have been interesting.
Yeah, because I have never seen him in a villain role. Yeah.
A villain role.
Oh yeah, he's a good actor.
He is. For what he does.
Oh yeah, last year during the aftermath of my soap opera that I didn't sign up for, I really hardcore fell into watching a lot of oddly a bunch of 80s, 90s teen girl drama where it's the hunky boy and he's like, oh, I'm the best thing there is, and I love you, and just marathoning those types of movies, a bunch of John Hughes movies. Yeah, a bunch of John Hughes movies. Brendan Fraser movies, The Mummy, The Mummy 2, Fuck the Mummy 3, George of the Jungle. Yeah, I rewatched that last year, and I was like, oh, I missed all of this.
Yeah.
Went right over my head.
So that wasn't going to spend the money.
Yeah. You're welcome.
For that, it was like, I don't know about that.
I don't know about that. Anyway, so... Oh, no. So, basically, in his early career, it was just basically good boy... in The Mummy, just a good boy action hero.
Yeah. Or,
hunky dumbass, or some kind of hunky scholar, because there was a couple movies where he was just the really attractive college student.
He was like Indiana Jones light.
Yes, he was dying Indiana Jones. Whereas okay, so Rick O'Connell and Indiana Jones walk into a bar, and whereas Rick O'Connell will do shots with you, Indy's gonna drink you under the fucking table.
Slowly.
That's the difference between the two of them. Yeah. Because Indiana Jones was a grizzled bastard even in the first movie.
Yeah, he was.
Rick O'Connell is just I'm a mercenary, and I'm here to get paid and kick somebody's ass.
I'm here to look good in a sweaty shirt.
Yeah, and kick your ass.
And kick your ass.
To a soundtrack. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So that's the difference between the characters.
It's like the Tom Cruise that's a foot taller.
He's a Tom Cruise that I actually like to look at. I'm still waiting on a super edit of Tom Cruise's most painful on-screen moments where it's just his character getting the shit kicked out of him.
Since when?
I wish. I just want it. It's like The Edge of Tomorrow where he just dies repeatedly. That is so cathartic for me because it's I don't.
Oh.
Yeah, no, not him.
That did work.
Oh, you see?
You just love Tom Cruise.
You just love getting the shit kicked out of him. Yes.
Yeah. That was a good movie.
Yeah, exactly. It is a legitimate good movie. That's just one of the features.
It's like the Justin Bieber roast.
Yes.
You just wait for him to sit there in the chair and just take all the abuse he's got to come.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That was deserved.
Yeah.
Yeah. By the way, anyway. Cool. So I wanted to see Brendan Fraser play a villain role. I wanted him to set some shit on fire. Would it have been a colossal piece of shit movie because of the plot? Yes.
Oh, absolutely.
Yes. This whole trend.
It was textbook.
Yeah, textbook.
It was, you could see the setup. You're like,
oh no, not again.
When I saw the costume that was not form-fitting, and I'm not saying it has to be.
No.
I'm just saying, okay, if you're going to discount that aspect,
then,
hey, listen, speaking of, Jessica Rabbit being a lot of people's first Bonner.
Yeah.
Batgirl in the TV series with Adam West.
Yeah. That was a lot of people.
There was a lot of nerds.
That was a lot of fucking nerds.
That had some blood flowing based on that character. And when they took that out, I was like,
oh, okay.
So you want to rely on story?
Yeah, which that's not a problem.
Fine. That's not a problem. If you want to rely on story, that's fine.
But it looked like the story was just going to be, Barbara Gordon is a forced diversity character. She is perfect, and every straight white man around her is incompetent, and the only guys that are not incompetent are suspiciously darker than the incompetent ones.
Even in Captain Marvel, they had a stunt butt.
Yes, because Brie Larson apparently doesn't know how to do fucking squats.
Doesn't know how to do squats.
Yeah, and I have the authority to say that. I'm not saying it because I'm a hater. I'm saying it because I have the authority to say it.
I'm not. Well, hey.
Anyway,
people like you. Hey,
does every movie have to be sexual? No.
No.
But hey, guess what?
But you can't if you don't.
It's called the lowest common denominator, motherfucker.
Low-hanging fruit.
It's called the low-hanging fruit for a reason, you dumb hoe.
I didn't make the rules.
Yeah, we're not making the rules.
I didn't make the rules.
Look, don't get pissed at us because we see something and go, hey, what's that? And then you're like, what do you mean? Where the fuck are you doing? I just asked what that was.
I'm not going to make any money. No, you're not.
No, you're not.
No, you're not.
No, you're not.
I don't make the rules.
No.
I just see them.
Don't get mad at us just because we point something out and go, what the fuck is that? And then you get mad at us because we just pointed it out.
If the story had been good enough,
which apparently
they wouldn't have to relied on sensationalistic issues.
Yes.
And the fact that they took the sensationalistic issues away and had a weak-ass story, that's what killed it.
That's what killed it.
Pick one. You can't get away with not having either.
Honestly and truly, I just want us to return to the era of escapism. Yes, there's shit going on in the world that we need to pay attention to. Yes, there are problems that we shouldn't just blatantly ignore. Insert political or affiliate cause here.
Yeah, whatever.
So, but here's the thing. Movies and TVs, I'm not saying they can't deal with politics and geopolitical issues.
Sure.
Fucking Star Trek...
Yeah.
Like the OG and even the Next Generation, they dealt with shit.
They did.
But here's the difference. It's called good writing.
Yeah, they didn't have boobs in the camera every shot.
No,
it was good writing.
Nor did they take something that was very obviously. It wasn't even allegorical. It was just It was just an insert. You know what I mean?
Right, yeah.
It's like instead of
that.
Yeah, exactly. Instead of taking an icon that we recognize and making it metaphor or like a simile or just a concept, we just have, instead of going, this organization represents this aspect of real life, let's point at it and say, no, we won't go. And nowadays it's like, we're just going to rebel against the political party or just the people we just don't like. We're literally going to put them in the movie and point at them and go, fuck these people. That's not good writing.
No, it's not.
No, you're literally swapping out reality for reality.
It's like Orange Man jokes.
Yeah.
You don't know anything about the individual. You don't know anything about their position. But I can
just the fact
I can satiate you if you're a critic just by talking about his hair.
Yeah, we just say Donald Trump has bad hair.
Like that Rocky Horror Picture Show you went to.
Jesus Christ. I had so many issues with that Rocky Horror Picture Show. I don't want to talk about it.
That was just peppered with anti-Orange Man jokes.
I was in there.
Just lazy writing.
I was in there going, I didn't sign up for this.
It doesn't make no difference.
Like, I get it.
It doesn't make no difference. I don't want to hear...
I don't give a fuck.
I don't want to hear 2 hours of people making jokes about Sleepy Joe.
Yeah. I don't either.
It's not about politics.
No, it's about good writing.
It's about good writing.
Yeah. No, this isn't a matter of, we don't appreciate you making jokes about our guy. No, we just want better jokes about our guy.
Yeah.
Seriously. I don't give a shit.
I don't give a shit. You don't think I don't think they're funny?
Yeah.
They're okay for like the first 20 minutes, and then after that, it's like, okay.
It's like, this is all you brought.
This is all you brought.
Okay, I'm going to give you a D.
Yeah, you get a D plus max.
Yeah, D plus max. This is like you and your friends. You're in school and you do a group project. One of them just completely bails out until the last week of the project. 2 people didn't do shit, and they all left it on to one guy who was like the most responsible out of the 4. And that person went on to some kind of bender, and all they turned in was like 2.5 pages of scribble and a cup of dirt.
Cup of dirt.
Just put an F on it and let me go home type of energy.
Let me go home.
Yeah, that's what you did for 4 years. You didn't even participate. You just showed up.
And you got a diploma, so now you think you're smart.
Exactly. And now the world's going to hell in the basket, and you don't know what the fuck's happening.
And the only requirement to get into college now is to be able to fill out a form
and pay the money. That's about it.
That's it.
That's it.
There was a time...
I could take out a loan and go back to school right now.
There was a time that money didn't have anything to do with going to college. You either had to pass the test and get in, or you didn't pass the test, you didn't get in, whether you had the ability to pay or not.
Yeah, that's gone away.
Yeah, that's gone away.
Now, granted, that does have its place.
It does have its place.
Both parts have their place.
They do.
But still,
it's not.
I think you should have a little bit of both.
Yeah,
honestly and truly.
Yeah, it's not going to serve people.
Like obviously, you should pay money so they can keep the lights on and pay their staff. But you should probably be able to test well so that you're not accidentally spending like $180,000 on a fucking degree that you have no idea how or where to use. And it's like, you actually would be nice being a bricklayer or something like that. Trade school's an option.
Trade school is not a bad consideration.
Yeah.
Pick a trade.
Pick a trade. There's nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that.
Even I went to Career Center to do digital art and design.
Yeah. Pick a trade.
Yeah.
Get an education. Start a business.
Oh yeah, I could watch like 20 YouTube videos in one night to figure out how to do Photoshop again and get a job as that.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I get it. I'm not looking down on trade jobs. You just gotta realize.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with trade jobs.
So they canned Batgirl. They're thinking about canning Supergirl if they haven't already by the time this podcast comes out.
I wasn't aware that Supergirl was further along.
Oh, they are.
Really?
They're stills. And for some reason, she's got more curves than Batgirl in terms of the costume design. So I'm like, where's the line? So Supergirl gets to be sexy, but Batgirl can't?
Yeah.
But I guess that does beg the question. I don't think they specified an age for any of these chicks.
There's this Alphabet Battalion issue about
leave it.
Batgirl.
Just leave it alone. It's going to collapse in and of itself any week now,
it
honestly. And I'm sick of it. Look, I'm not saying that doesn't have its place.
It does,
but it is permeated everything.
Yeah, it's
seriously. When you sent me that video, I think it was Dimitri Martin, that comedian, just pure observational humor.
Yeah.
Just nothing but. Nothing political. Nothing bipartisan. Nothing spiritual.
Nothing.
Just nothing secular. He's not hating
about the handle on a refrigerator.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
Yeah, stuff like that. Just everyday shit.
Yeah.
I felt my brain produce what the hell's the chemical?
Endorphins.
I felt endorphins rush into my brain as I was listening to him because I didn't have to digest it.
Right.
I could just receive it.
You didn't have to filter it.
Nope. Because that's what
you didn't have any kind of pre-event bias.
No. And a lot of the stuff he said was true.
Was true.
Because I've realized that a lot of media, the reason why I've kind of shut away from a lot of current media is because there are times when something pops up. Now, sometimes sometimes it is necessary, or it's for a joke.
Yeah.
Like The Great. They're talking about, like, in the first season, one of the episodes was what? Him. Bless you. So what had happened was some kind of sickness breaks out in the palace. It just goes through the rank and file of the peasants. Bless you.
Excuse me.
And Catherine is saying we need to inoculate ourselves with a subdued version of the virus in order to build an immunity towards it. And because she's in fucking Russia during like the 1700s,
they had that type of technology.
Exactly.
Oh, for heaven's sake!
No, not with a syringe.
It doesn't matter.
She fucking cuts her arm open and puts some kind of petri dish on her arm
of the virus. That's what they did with smallpox.
Yeah, that's what they. Yeah, that's literally. I think it was smallpox. They basically did something to.
Okay, well in
boost
that context.
No. This was not syringe. This was not an allegory for a vaccine. She's literally trying to say, "Hey, let's all do this thing so we're stronger as a people against the virus."
Yeah.
And because it's Russia, like the 1700s. Yeah, and because it's Russia and like the 1700s, they're like, hey, this woman doesn't know what the fuck anything is.
Because she's a chick.
And she's a foreigner.
Hey, lady, get a penis next time.
Yeah. Yeah, next time on the rebirth cycle or some dumb shit, whatever. If you chew that wire, Cat.
What are you doing?
You are going to be my left sock.
Here.
So.
Get out of here.
Anyway.
Go.
So when in stuff like that, I can kind of go, okay, that kind of makes sense. Time period, bullshit, okay, whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
But sometimes it is stuff that is just so blatant and obvious what they're trying to say. There's no subtext.
Well, the thing that gets me is, I enjoyed, the movie Hansel and Gretel?
The one with the guy that plays Hawkeye in it?
Yes.
Yeah, that one.
You know how they made this tongue-in-cheek thing about he was a diabetic?
Yeah.
And they had this big syringe where he had to
Yeah, I remember.
And it was kind of tongue-in-cheek.
Yeah. But the whole movie's like that.
But the whole movie is kind of tongue-in-cheek.
Yeah.
And it was a very good movie. I enjoyed it.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoy it enormously. I have to watch it at least once a year.
Yeah. But that makes sense. For the context of the movie.
But in The Great, they're not trying to present it that way.
Not quite.
Not quite.
It is still tongue-in-cheek, but there are instances like that in a lot of the media nowadays where there's no subtext.
Yeah.
It's just, hey, this is it.
Yeah, they're rewriting history.
Yeah, they're rewriting history, or not even really rewriting history. Giving
modern motives to people from 200-300 years ago.
Yes.
Yeah, that's...
I don't agree with that.
No, I don't either.
Yeah, it's like, oh my god, I remember in college when they were talking, there was a little debate between, like, I think it was, oh my god, it was like in my last, my last fall semester, the English, the English, wait, was it? Like the English literature teacher, and this one student got into it because she was like that really hardcore, like actual feminist, or, I
do.
And she and him got into a little bout about how Shakespeare was sexist because he would not allow women in his plays, and it's like, no one allowed women in their plays.
No one allowed women in their plays.
Back then. It wasn't just him. No one did.
Yeah, Shakespeare never said, women. Oh, well, you're not putting on Romeo and Juliet with women. How dare you?
How dare you?
That's so ignorant. That's so stupid. It's so ignorant. It's. I mean, no, I don't mean to call people names, and I don't mean to. I'm just saying you don't understand.
No, we're saying stop it.
We're just saying stop it.
You cannot cannot look at the past with the hindsight of today.
You can't.
Okay? You cannot apply the problems that are happening today to whatever the fuck was happening 200 years ago, because they are not the same problems.
No, they're not.
No, they're different. They didn't have the technology, or they didn't have the resources, or they didn't have the knowledge.
We talk about, it's like during the 1950s in North America. Okay, nobody was holding whamming down in the 1950s.
There was no need for a two-income household.
No need for two-income households.
That's literally what happened.
That's literally
now was there some shit going down? Yes, but overall, the economy was so good. You just had to have one person. You just
had to have one person,
and that was it.
That was it, and you could have a home, a second home, a boat.
3 cars
that
guzzled 50 miles of gas an hour.
Yeah, and it didn't have.
No, it's not like there he goes.
It didn't have anything to do with
no, it wasn't
whatever tackle you were born with.
No, it's not like today where you have to have 1, 2, 3, 4 plus people working full time. They got 2, 3 jobs and 5 side hustles just to make rent and food and bills.
Food and utilities.
Yes, that's it.
That's it. That's what it is.
Hey, don't you eat that?
What is that?
No, don't pull that. That's a pattern for sewing that my good friend, who is a seamstress, gave me.
Take it easy there.
Yeah. Sorry.
Take it easy there, Big Shoots.
Yeah. Sorry, listeners, for shouting into the microphone. I hope in post we can tone that down. Anyway. So. And look, here's the thing. I will be honest. You, Scratch.
Yes.
You look at me real quick. Okay.
Yeah.
Do I look like somebody?
You do look like somebody that I recognize.
Yes. I'm just trying to say, look, I'm willing to put up with some out there shit.
Right.
If anyone in real life knows me, I'm willing to
I'll listen to it.
I will listen to it.
Right.
Anyone that knows me in real life, I'll give thought. I will give consideration to some out there topics.
I will.
Everything has a soul. Hugging trees, makes you feel better, which in my experience it does. I don't fully understand why, but it does. But it just does.
It just does. I don't know.
I just put my hand on a tree for 5 minutes and I say, "Oh, thanks, man," and I just leave, and I feel better. Give me that back. Anyway, but here's the thing. I have my limits.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
This whole thing nowadays, are women better than men? In my opinion. And in my very biased opinion, absolutely. In a lot of cases, yes.
Yes.
I'm biased. For obvious reasons. You shouldn't ask me these questions because I'm biased. But I don't think men are fucking useless. That's the difference.
It's a balance.
It's a balance. One is not better or worse than the other. He's moving. One is not better or worse than the other. They're just different ways of doing stuff.
Of expressing the same thing.
Yeah. The feminine is more patient and recepting. The masculine is more persistent and action-oriented.
That's why it takes 2.
That's why it takes 2. Because if you have one person who is just patient and receiving, they don't get shit done. But if you have the other person who is just so persistent and goal-oriented, they're going to keep going until they're 500 miles down the road and they don't realize where the fuck they've been or where they're going.
Yep.
They don't rest because they can't. And then you have the other person who is only at rest and doesn't do anything. You need both.
You need both.
That's why everyone has a little bit of both.
Everyone has a little bit of both.
Yeah. You didn't get fucked.
No.
No one got fucked.
No one got fucked.
No.
Just the way it is.
Ugh.
Flowers need sunlight.
Nature.
Sunlight.
Sunlight exists.
Sunlight exists. It finds its purpose in feeding flowers.
Yeah, and I will say, I'm about to say some dumb shit, and for legal reasons, this is a joke.
Sweet.
I don't believe the Earth is flat.
Yeah, I don't either.
But the sun is.
Oh, you trying to get some shit started?
I'm sorry to get some shit.
Oh.
No.
The Earth's not flat, but the sun is. Fuck you, buddy. Oh, that's
the sun's flat.
Oh my God.
No, this is exactly what I do. I love doing shit like that. It's like, you see, you used to will encounter people who are like, man, they faked the moon. There's no way. And I go, you believe in the moon? Who the fuck is this guy? Look at this fucking guy. He believes in the moon. He thinks there's a fucking white orb in the sky for no fucking reason.
Did you watch the Truman Show?
Jesus, man. Did you watch The Man in the Moon? Man. Fuck.
That's funny. I like that. Don't choke.
I'm trying. Please clip that, by the way. The sun is flat.
Oh, yeah.
The sun is flat.
The sun is flat.
Why is the sun flat? Fuck you, that's why.
Fuck you, that's why. Oh my God. See, now I'm going to put all my intellectual input into...
The sun is flat.
The sun is flat. God.
You're welcome.
The dark side of the sun.
Yeah, and on the dark side of the moon.
Yeah, we can visit the sun, but only at night.
Exactly. That's a blonde joke right there. I remember that. Anyway,
that's pretty good.
So sorry. We're not trying to get horribly off topic, but Jesus Christ.
No.
I'm just tired of being angry.
We're at what? Episode 95?
Something like that.
I want to.
Yeah, whatever.
Almost.
I don't care. Sure.
I'm not going to go blatantly
profane
anyway.
No. And we don't need to go full Alex Jones or whatever the fuck is up with it. No, please, no. No, we're here to like poke holes into it. We're not here to start some shit.
I love poking holes in shit.
Yeah. There's a difference between poking holes in something and making fun of it. Yeah. Taking air out of a balloon versus popping the whole damn balloon.
Well, yeah.
There's a difference.
You just can't do that. I mean, people today are so...
Hey, give it another couple of years. It'll turn around. Like, look, I'm just going to tell you.
There's a turnaround place right now.
I don't know what... Look, I'm not going to say everything was peachy keen prior to, like, 2010.
Yeah.
But I don't like what's happening now.
No.
Like, like I said, I'm not conservative. I don't have any plans on it. Neither one of us. We are not hardcore conservative. We're also not hardcore Democrat or progressive, liberal. No.
Progressive.
We try to meet in the middle. I admit, as the years have gone on, I am more middle left on some topics. I'm more middle right on some topics.
That's Zen.
It's Zen.
Yeah.
Balance. I don't want to be so wrapped up in one way versus the other that I can't see any alternatives when there's a problem.
Yeah.
And that is what I feel is part of what's going on.
Yeah, I think that's a big problem.
But at any rate.
If you're too far one way or the other, you can't. You have to be able to entertain both sides of the equation to come to a solution.
Indeed.
I think that's true.
Yeah, I believe in that.
If you were too far one way or the other, you're stuck.
Yeah, you're just stuck. Because you can't back up and try again.
You will come to an answer and you will enact that answer, but it's not going to solve the issue because you're too far from the center.
And sometimes you can get so wrapped up in what you're doing that when the obvious solution presents itself, it doesn't come in a form that fits in your head, so you just toss it aside and ignore it.
Yeah, ignore it.
So, again, complacency of thought.
It doesn't fit into the framework that you have established.
Yeah, exactly. Complacency of thought. There are no more questions to be asked, no more answers to be gained. There just is what I know, and there's nothing more than that.
And for some reason, here, at this point in human existence, people have reached the level of no more learning. Oh.
Which is weird because the internet exists and you can learn all day.
No more answers.
No more answers. This is the
solutions.
It's the weirdest fucking thing that I have no understanding of why it is taking place yet. Somebody, I'm gonna find somebody that gig is gonna give me an answer. In the age of the internet and of free information,
plenty of people that give you answers, but
I want the answer.
Yeah, I'm with you.
I don't care if I gotta talk to somebody or I have to take.
Well, that's why we're here.
Yeah. Look, I don't care if I have to, talk to somebody, travel somewhere, talk to this one guru in the fucking Tibetan mountains, or, eat some of that psilocybin, for legal reasons, it's a joke, and talk to Jesus on the other side of the veil. Somebody's gonna give me an answer that why, in the age of the internet, the age of free exchange of ideas and information, have we reached this point of, I don't have to do anymore. I don't have to expand anymore. I don't have to be more.
Right. Why did you start in the first place?
Yes.
Why did you start? There's this static aspect of it that okay, it blows me away.
Somebody is going to give me an answer. Why is this taking place?
It's not my fault that the questions never stop.
Yes.
The legitimate people that are searching for knowledge.
Yes.
People
seekers.
Seekers
are usually alone.
Seekers are.
Why?
Why? Because they are always seeking, and people want short. It's like the comic book version of everything. People want short, concise answers to their questions.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with taking an Occam's razor to a grand concept, but at the same time, you should still understand the grand concept so you understand where they're coming from.
I think the truth is always evolving.
Yeah, the truth is always evolving. The truth is always simple, but there may be multiple parts to it.
I mean, I think certain answers have become corrupted.
Indeed.
Because
or misunderstood.
Because
be it intentionally or unintentionally.
Well, people that do it intentionally don't ever admit that it's intentional.
Yes.
They're trying to rationalize, validate choices that they've made, and how dare people suggest that they might not be on track.
Sure.
Ditto for me too.
Yeah, I get it.
But the thing about it is I there is no end all be all. And there just isn't. No. I don't make the rules. I mean, you tell me. I mean, it's always been this way. Mm-mm. And now here in 2022,
yeah,
on the other side of the beer flu,
shit.
Then all of a sudden, now it's arrived. I don't think so. Mm-hmm. I don't really think so.
Maybe.
And if for no other reasons, I just like being an ass and poking holes and things.
Fair.
Taking down your sacred cows. I've always been that way.
Oh, I know you.
It's what gets me when I get into it with these people, these new age people. I say, look, man, they talk about, well, you're just religious, man. I used to piss them off too.
Oh yeah, no. It's... oh no,
I did it just for fun.
Yeah, you did it just for fun. Oh God, I can't believe I'm going to say this on the air. This was something I was going to tell you this past Friday night at dinner, but I thought, you know what? I've already interjected enough of this person into the conversation for one night. I think I'm going to stop talking about her.
Oh.
Yeah.
Your boss.
Yeah, my boss. I accidentally spiritually piss her off.
Yeah.
Because I found something out the other day.
I don't think it has anything to do with you.
No. Listen.
Oh, good.
No.
Good.
Because...
It cost her a night of sleep. That's cool.
No. I don't mean that. I just mean this. And, I got another story talking about this. You and I have, obviously there's like a preconceived notion of what God is or is not.
Is not, yeah.
But ultimately you and I kind of agree, hey, this is an infinite being, force, energy, whatever. That we are quantifying with finite words.
We're trying to...
Because
it's always an attempt.
Yeah, it's an attempt. But it's not...
No,
it's not the proof of the pudding.
No.
It's not the actual factual.
No.
We're kind of grasping at straws.
We're throwing darts at a dartboard.
Yeah. And you know what? That may just be the way it is.
That's the way it is.
At least here on this plane of existence or wherever we are. So, you and I have more of a preconceived notion of God, universe, source, spirit, whatever people want to call it, as a force, rather than a man in the sky or a rabbit magician pulling rabbits out of his hat.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a force.
I have a big issue with both of those because, number one, that technically counts as idolatry. Technically.
To some people.
To some people, technically.
Yeah.
So, it's an icon, it's an image.
It is. So that's why you'll see people.
I don't say that to be an asshole. I'm just putting it down.
People that there's people of the T religion. There's people where you can't draw their own guy.
Yeah, they're real big
on you don't create an image
that looks like our guy.
That you think looks like our guy.
Yeah, they're real big into that. I respect that. And
that came from the people who brew their own tea.
Yeah, the Ten Commandments.
Yeah.
It was like the second one?
No, it's the first one.
The first one.
You don't
worship an icon or an image or whatever.
Right.
But here's the thing.
Right.
Some people need the image.
Yes, they do.
Just because of where they are in their life or in their head or I'm not saying that...
Some people are raised on it. It's unfortunate.
Yeah.
It really
no,
is.
I'm not discounting it because some people need it or were raised on it, but that's not in my hands. I can't be the one to say yay or nay on that.
When Moses went to Mount Sinai.
Yeah.
And his brother Aaron built the golden calf.
Oh, he built the calf.
Yeah, he built the golden calf. Because they were so used to, we need something to focus on.
Yeah.
We need something to look at.
They needed something external rather than trying to find something internal.
Yes,
that makes a lot of sense, actually.
Yes,
and it kind of reverberates through today where...
It does.
A lot of the... Now, here's the thing.
Does.
Yeah, here's the thing. I'm not against... that where we live, I'm not against the fact that we have a church on every street corner, but I couldn't help but notice that this was a lot of finding God or Jesus or whatever on the outside, or they focus on a singular point that they can look at with their eyes.
Right.
Rather than trying to find, something tangible.
Something physically tangible.
Something that they can observe with their five senses.
Yes.
Rather than going in and trying to bring that piece, that inner piece, that little God piece into them.
Right.
Again, not everyone has to be a monk.
No.
But you can do more than just focus on you can focus on something that you can physically look at. You don't have to do that, man. You don't have to. There's more to it than that.
There's more to it than that.
There's more to it than that. It's more complex than that, but at the same time, it's simple. Anyway, so because of that, my opinion, God is a force. It is possibly the force with capital F, Star Wars.
Sure.
Why not?
Why not?
That's probably the closest we're gonna get to what I'm talking about. Let's be fair.
Oh, that's...
Oh, I know that. I know there's more to the Force in Star Wars than what they're talking about. I know there's some deep shit interlaid. George Lucas got that from somebody. And because of that...
Yeah.
I kind of offhandedly mentioned it. You know what? Me and one of my clients, sometimes I get clients who will engage in discussions like this, like you and I will.
Sure.
every now and again, it's usually the older people.
Yes.
Because of course it is.
Because of course it is.
Of course it is. And I just kind of offhandedly said that, not as loud or as long, but basically like, I meant something like, oh, I don't think God is a man or even a woman or anything in between, or it just is. It's a force. Like, would you define? Okay, bad example. I was about to say, would you define the sun as a guy? And I was like, no, wait, no, people do that. Nope, shut up, me. Shit. Would you define radiation as a boy or girl?
Right.
It just is. It just exists.
A flowing river.
It's a flowing river.
Yeah, it just
You
is.
Can attach meaning to
yes,
it.
personification.
But that's personification. But that's not what it is. You're just kind of projecting something that you think.
You are defining it in a way that allows you to
process it easier. Yeah, and that's basically it.
It's like imagining God only speaks English.
Yes, that too.
Because I speak English.
Yeah, that too, people.
Yeah.
And when I started talking about it, and her and I have not gotten into any sort of religious debate because I'm smarter than that.
Good.
But as soon as that kind of came out of my mouth,
then you were like, oh.
Yeah, and then I realized who I was standing right behind, and I felt the temperature of the room drop, and I went, I fucked up. Nothing happened. Yeah. But that was a couple months ago, and what I didn't realize until she target locked. She definitely target locked on me.
And her brain was working on a response this whole time.
I don't know, but I never got that response. It did not turn anything big. So here's the thing. Here's what I didn't realize until I looked up like her Facebook profile. Right. Because I've just gotten into the habit of, okay, every now and again I like share one of her like photos or statuses because I'm also in the same business. What to do? And I looked at her profile out of curiosity. I was trying to find her birthday because she was talking about she was a Gemini.
Oh, she's not gonna put the year she was born.
Oh no, she isn't.
She not.
She just put no, she don't.
That's sad. I don't mean to be glib about it.
No, I don't mean to be glib about it either.
Women are socialized that way. I'm sorry, I didn't do it.
Yeah, and then her and the other old women that get trained, they look at me funny when I can't remember my age off the top of my head. So I don't think about it. I literally have better shit to do.
You weren't raised to focus on that number.
On a number. No, I didn't even know it was my birthday until like a week before it happened.
Thank God.
Yeah, exactly. Because I just looked up and realized, shit!
I'm about to get some cake.
No, I just went, oh shit, I have no plans! So I'm celebrating the whole month.
Yeah, that's cool.
Because I blanked out. Yeah. I didn't so I want to do something special because last year was so shitty because of the bullshit beer flu and the soap opera I didn't sign up for, ruined my fucking birthday, and now I completely blanked out. It's like, oh shit, I gotta do something fun. So whole month. I looked at her profile, I saw her religious affiliation, and somehow she has it registered that she's Pentecostal. Which means more to you than the average Joe.
Yes.
And I hope it makes more sense now that I tell you.
It does.
And as soon as I saw that, I went, shit.
It's okay. She's older. Has a little more wisdom.
Nah.
Without knowing it, not being aware.
I don't want to say anything that's negative because her heart is in the right place, and her heart is in the right place. The point.
You don't pull punches. You say what comes to your mind.
Even she said that.
First word. Yeah. Okay.
Look, now there will be times when I will take a step back and not say the first thing comes to my mind.
That's while you're in the middle of an interaction.
Correct.
But to just naturally be out taking a breath of air.
Yeah.
Don't pull punches.
I don't pull punches. No. But,
for lack of a better description.
But that interaction did kind of, as soon as I saw that on her status, I went, oh shit, okay, because I am like, because it was a little touch and go, because I was like, is she gonna fire me because she might think I'm a pagan, but she can't because I'm the only one that's willing to stay there and work?
I don't think that'll be the reason she keeps you either.
Yeah, exactly.
I think you're dependable.
Yeah, I mean, she did threaten to kill me last week if I quit my job. As a joke. For legal reasons, it was probably a joke.
Probably.
But I do believe within every joke there is a grain of truth.
There is a grain of truth in every joke.
And I've learned, thanks to the soap opera that I didn't sign up for, I have made it a point in my life and in myself and in my spirit to pay attention to what people say.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, even harder than...
Yeah, don't laugh stuff off.
No!
That's so funny. Oh, you didn't really mean that.
They somewhere in them they mean that. Even if they don't realize it.
Even if they don't realize it. It's, but steam that escapes a tea kettle makes a whistle, and the tea kettle doesn't realize, the steam doesn't realize that it's going to make a sound upon its escape.
But it does nonetheless.
Pay attention to that.
Indeed.
Pay attention to it. It doesn't say to skew your decisions based on it.
Pay attention to it.
I'm just saying, don't discount it.
No, there's a reason Freudian slips are still a thing.
Yeah, and they always will be. Because it's whatever deep recesses of your mind trying to communicate something that your conscious brain either is not picking up or doesn't realize it or just whatever the reason. Yeah, whatever.
You know? So.
It's that gaslighting bullshit. I didn't really mean that.
Go fuck yourself, Ted.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, go fuck yourself, Ted. I don't care. It was a joke. It wasn't funny.
Yeah, it wasn't funny.
And you're not funny. Oh, no, I gut people who do that now. I just say, okay.
Good.
I just like, all right, not funny, and you're not
shit
funny.
For somebody else.
Okay, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, go Jedi mind fuck somebody else.
Yeah, go somewhere else. I'm done. All right.
Yeah. I'm not your pal because you can't roll me over. Like
yeah, go fuck yourself. You weren't my pal in the first place. Then shit. Actually, hang on. I want to tell this story. Speaking of how I defined my faith, alright, you want to know the one person, you know what, okay, except for you.
Is this a contest?
No. Alright, look, except for you and maybe a handful of other people, actually, no, really you.
No.
You're about the only person I have fully disclosed how I feel about the divine.
Yeah.
And where I'm at in my life.
Sure.
Which I am in a better place. I definitely feel it.
I think we all are.
Yeah, well, no, we all are. Like 3 weeks ago, I was fucking miserable and about ready to go back into my ways of wanting to burn down the damn planet. And then I said, God, give me a sign that I was not meant to be an afterthought. I fucking got it.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's due to reasons that I don't feel comfortable explaining right now. Not me personally.
That's cool.
It kind of involves a lot of stuff that might be construed as anti a certain nation in the Middle East. And I don't want to come off that way because it's not true. It's not. That's not the problem.
It's
but at any rate,
to talk to, for lack of a different expression, the creator. It's okay to say, it's okay to ask, show me a sign that I'm on the right track.
Yeah.
And I recommend everybody do it.
Oh, yeah. And be specific about what the sign is.
Be specific.
Yeah. If you're someone who you pay attention to whatever you hear first, ask for like a music cue.
Yeah, don't.
If you're visual, ask for something like 2 different words or images. Like this means yes, this means no. I do that.
That's fair.
Yeah, that's fair.
And understand that
because you know that's how you're going to receive it.
Yeah,
but it takes self-awareness to do that.
And understand that sometimes, depending on how you ask it, what you eventually interact with.
Yeah.
It may be for a season.
Sure. And that's okay.
And it may be for... I can remember asking for a sign for something that I thought was going to be longer, but what I realize now, looking back on it, that it was just it was for a season. It was for a season.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's okay. Life is like that. But, all right. So, except for you,
yeah,
I have just been kind of tiptoeing, not really hiding anything.
No.
Not really being shady about it. It's like, ooh, I've discovered ancient knowledge, but I'm not going to tell you about it, but I'll talk about it. No.
I've discovered the solution to world hunger, but I'm not going to tell you about it.
Yeah. 4 o'clock, solve world hunger, tell no one. No, I'm not doing that. I'm not hiding anything. I'm just not actively talking about it. Right. Is where I'm at.
Right.
So... the one person, all right, sometime last October, so this was a while ago, actually, yeah, it was definitely this past October.
Okay.
So.
10 months ago.
Oh, yeah, give or take. So, no. Yes.
Yes.
So what had happened was, during my little search for more answers beyond that which has been given to me, nothing personal.
Sure.
We all do it, or we all should do it.
We all do it.
We all should do it. Basically, one of my game night friends, he had apparently converted to Wicca. And some of his friends, people he was friends with, they weren't Wiccan. I think it was this married couple that, all 4 of us we went out to the ramen shop and went up and down, Main Street, having fun and talking to each other, just chatting up most of the night.
Right.
So, I learned a lot.
Cool. Probably
about stuff that doesn't really apply to me, but I learned a lot. And it was me, this friend of mine who was Wiccan, pagan, triple moon goddess, all that stuff. And then give it a minute, easy, shut up. And then the other 2, the wife, she, I believe, was like,
Pastafarian?
No. Baphomet worshiper.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And her tattoos on her?
No, she, I think, not that I saw. Well, she did have tattoos, but nothing recognizable as,
that hey, I do this.
I do this. Yeah, exactly. None that I saw.
Really?
No, there was tattoos like, roses and skulls and shit, but nothing that would be like...
Better be careful.
Oh, I know. No, it was just like an amulet or something.
Okay. All right.
But she was open to that.
Sure.
And the husband was, he was a Norse pagan. So...
guys are drawn to that.
Hey, look, I get it. It's the warrior culture. I get it.
Warrior culture.
I get it. I'm not disrespecting it.
Nope.
But here's the thing. Here's what got me. You had the Wicca person, the Baphomet worshiper, the Norse pagan person, specifically Thor, because yes.
Oh, yes.
And you had and then you had me, who was like in this weird crisis of faith, because I'm in an area where nobody else, except for like you and a couple other people, understand what I talk about when I say, God isn't this.
Yeah.
It's not that, it's not this, and I'm not going to adhere to the rules as according to these images that you've set forth.
Yep.
So I'm at like this weird halfway house between, I still believe...
Did they try to convert you?
Oh, no. Surprisingly, no.
Yeah, because they don't have enough faith in what they're doing to recommend it to you.
Actually, here's what happened. So I'm in this weird halfway house between, I believe in God, I believe in this higher power. I don't worship Jesus, but I understand what the fuck he was trying to tell people.
Yes,
I have a basic understanding. Yes. I agree with it.
Yeah.
But I don't worship him as the one true God or source or whatever you want to call it.
Right.
He's just an aspect of it.
Yes.
Because he was a man.
A conduit.
He was a conduit.
He's a path.
A path.
He's basically telling people you need to understand God the way I'm explaining it to you.
Yeah, because A, B, C, D, F, G, you know. But I don't worship Jesus, because I get a lot of people who are...
Yes.
Whether they understand it or not, it's kind of just in this area, whether people know it or not.
And that's their place.
That's their place.
That's their place.
That's okay.
That's okay.
And it's not my decision to say, oh, that's a sin or that's not a sin. It's not my place. So I'm in this weird halfway house between I have this belief in this higher power, but it has no shape to it because I've rejected all the other shapes and images.
Right.
You know, I'm basically you when you were my age, but I'm not angry.
Yeah.
I just want answers, but I'm not trying to...
I just want answers.
But I don't want to hurt anyone to get the answers. I just want to know, and that's why I hung out with these guys, because I wanted to know.
Right.
I didn't go to be converted.
You may not learn once again, you may not learn what to do, but
I can learn what not to do.
Yes.
So...
Yes.
I swear to God, this is true. My friend, he was fine. Of course, I'm kosher with my friend. He's cool. She was fine.
Yeah.
I learned a lot about Baphomet.
Really?
Yeah, and spoiler alert, no thank you.
That's a dangerous thing for someone with your equipment to...
Hey, look, I don't know what to tell you.
I understand.
Like, it's like, no disrespect, but that's not my gig.
Right.
I don't know. It's like, not for me. Not my gig. And I'm not telling you wrong, because I'm not the one to tell you anything.
I bet if you met her today, she won't have the same...
I don't fucking know.
She won't have the same...
I don't know.
It's kind of one of those things, it's like the Tom Cruise religion.
Yes.
Once you get into the hierarchy of it, you're like, what the fuck?
Look, all I can say is, when I encounter situations like that, I just say to myself, it is not my job to save someone's soul. That's literally
not in that.
Not in like a missionary type.
Yeah.
You know, obviously if they were, you know, like, hey, can I have a glass of water? Here's a glass of water. Me, raised in the tradition that I was raised in. Yeah. What's up?
I don't necessarily follow it to the... Obviously, I don't follow it to the letter.
No.
However, when I come across something that is so far out of bounds...
You know it's out of bounds.
I know it's out of bounds.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like, nope.
No, it doesn't have anything to do with, oh, hey, you don't believe exactly the way I believe. It's like, you know what? You're following a path that is going to lead you to something dark.
Yeah, I crossed the line at like stuff like animal sacrifices and stuff like that. You know, and that's just the tip of the iceberg.
And there's a whole bunch of weird shit out there.
And you know what? It's not for me.
Yeah.
It's not for me. It's not for me.
Yeah.
And that's all I gotta say about it.
It's just like, you know, what people don't realize is when you get into the whole pagan aspect of it, the whole Wiccan kind of thing, and you're like, oh, well, you know, I really just, you know, Mother Earth and blah, blah. What you don't realize is that the upper echelon, it's basically a fertility religion. And sooner or later, once you scale the ladder,
yeah,
you end up in situations where you're naked and running around a bonfire.
Yeah,
and other things related to not.
Yeah, basically some low grade eyes wide shut shit. Basically,
yeah. and that's not a BS observation.
No, that happens.
That happens, and that's where you're. Yeah. You know, we talked about a couple of podcasts ago about, you know, the whole poly thing.
Yeah.
You think you're different.
You think it's going to turn out different.
You think it's going to turn out different.
But you still end up at the exact same place.
But once you step on this path, there is only one destination.
Yeah.
And that's it. I don't make the rules.
Yeah, you cannot scale Mount Everest and suddenly end up in Mexico.
No, you can't.
Yeah, it's like, that doesn't happen.
It doesn't work.
Doesn't work like that. But anyway, you know what? That is the path they have chosen.
And that's.
I'm not going down that path.
And that's.
Bye. I'll see you later.
And that's what wisdom is.
Sure. So what I'm trying to explain, I've been wanting to talk about this for a couple weeks, and I wish it wasn't the end of the episode before I had to get to it. So now we got a couple minutes. Yeah. So here's what happened. This Norse pagan dude, who at first was like really trying to take me under his wing and whatnot.
Yeah.
At first, like not like overtly, but just I would ask him questions and he would answer my questions, which is a lot more than what I had been getting thus far from other people.
He didn't understand who he was dealing with.
Apparently not. I didn't even understand who I am as a person. As you not
those situations to make you understand where you are.
Yeah, apparently just but I would know at first. I would just ask him questions. Like,
you're just curious.
Yeah, I'm just curious. Like, what is a tarot deck? Shit like that.
Yeah.
Like, what is it really? Like, people say it's, divination tool, like a way to look in yourself. Like, some people will use it for inner work shit.
Yeah.
Some people will use it to talk to the dead. Like, what's up with that, man? Yeah, what's up with that? And he would answer my questions. These questions that I have not asked anyone.
Sure.
Because, number one, they wouldn't have the answer if I asked them. And number two, if they... more often than not, they'd get angry with me because I asked them this type of question.
Yeah, because they really don't know.
And or they're like, don't mess with it. It's like, I'm not trying to mess with it. I just want to know what the fuck it is.
I just want to know what the fuck it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. I ran into, you run into that.
Yeah.
I ran into that as a child.
Yeah.
No,
I'm not trying to engage in it. I just want to know what's going on.
I understand. I am not going to take it at face value.
No.
Fuck you, buddy. Yeah. I have a question.
Yeah.
I want an answer.
Yeah, an answer.
And don't tell me there's something wrong with me.
Because I'm asking you a question.
Because I'm asking you a question.
That's why I'm so frustrated nowadays, is because I have questions that no one either... It's okay if you don't understand the answer. That's fine.
That's fine.
There's many questions I can't answer. And that's okay.
And tell me what you think.
And tell me what, give me an opinion.
Give me an opinion.
Don't get pissed off at me because I asked a question that you don't know or whatever. People get angry.
That alerts me immediately that you have no idea
what the fuck you're talking about. Or if you try, it would be better if you just said, we'll talk about it another time.
Or I don't know.
Or I don't know.
I don't know.
It's okay to not know.
It's okay. That's okay. I don't understand this part.
Yeah.
I don't understand it well enough to answer the question that you're asking me. That's okay.
Yeah. It is okay.
You know why? Because that's the answer.
Yeah.
Someone asks you a question and you don't understand the answer, it's okay that once you say, you know what, I'm not really sure what that answer is.
Yeah.
And guess what that does? That fuels your search
to go look it up.
Yeah. To figure it out.
Yeah. You find a word you don't understand.
But when you get mad and you start unloading on somebody.
That's ego.
That's ego.
That's your ego.
That's your ego, and you don't understand what you're involved in.
Yeah.
And that's what you're angry about.
Indeed. Somewhere in you,
because you did not maliciously poke holes. You were just like, hey, I just want to understand better.
Yeah.
Why can't you give me a better answer?
All right, I gotta wrap this. I gotta get this bit out. We're like there.
Yeah.
Okay, so when we all sat down for dinner and we're eating dinner, we're still talking to each other. Yeah. I'm like, he's like I think he's like diagonally from me or something like that. No, he was like right there.
Sacred geometry.
Oh, no, wait, he was sitting right across from me because I was talking to him more, and my buddy was right next to me, and his wife was next to him, and whatever. So, he was the first person.
Yeah.
He was the first person I had ever told in fullness.
Right.
God, the source, the spirit that made everything.
Right.
Or is fueling everything, is not a magician pulling rabbits out of a hat. It's not a man or a woman in the sky throwing shit at us for various reasons.
No.
That it's a force. It is why gravity works. It's why trees grow. It's why plants grow. It's why we as humans, we don't get birthed as full-grown ass adults. We got to take some time to grow.
That's fair.
And this motherfucker, the Norse pagan, Thor, Odin, Freya, Loki, Balder, all of that, had Mjolnir on his necklace as a pendant.
That's funny.
Not the Marvel one, like the actual Mjolnir.
Yeah, I
know. Because that told me he wasn't that much of a poser, and whatever.
Hey.
So he's the first person. These 3 people, but him specifically, I told, this is where I'm at. This is this spot right here.
Right.
Where I'm at. I'm in this weird halfway point where I believe in this one, the source of all the gods. I don't worship gods. I adhere to the source.
The source. Yeah.
The original source of everything, whatever that is.
Whatever that is.
You know, the thing that made the triple-headed god, or the triple moon goddess, the thing that made Baphomet, the thing that made Thor and Mjolnir and etc., etc.
Yeah, right.
I adhere to that, whatever that is, but I had rejected. It's why I got a big problem with, like, you know, the Catholic Church and the American Evangelical Church, because I've rejected those images and those icons that they project as their idea of whatever this source is. But to me, that's not it.
Right.
You're just trying to stuff it in a box, you know, without
getting to market it.
You're trying to market it, or you're trying to make it into something that it can't be because it's beyond that, or et cetera, et cetera.
Et cetera. Yeah.
I'm just repeating myself.
Sure.
This motherfucker has the audacity to look me in the eye, look me into my face as I'm eating a brownie, because they had them at this cafe.
Right.
I wanted a fucking brownie. It was like 11 o'clock at night.
Sure.
You know, wanted some hot chocolate and a fucking chocolate brownie. This guy has the audacity, it was cold. This guy has the audacity to look at me and go, okay, now what you're describing is what is known as soft theism.
Okay.
Yeah.
Soft?
Soft theism.
Oh, really?
It's a soft, it's like, yeah. It's basically, he basically was telling me I'm worshiping a concept rather than an actual physical thing that, like, they're all doing. And I'm like...
You should have started praying to the napkin dispenser.
Yeah. And I was like, okay, what the hell is soft theism? It's like, you don't have a set thing that you do worship. You're just kind of in this, like, this gray area of, like, everything is true and false. He actually said something that was not super poignant, because I don't remember what he said.
Sure. And
I would have if he did say something poignant.
Yeah.
You know me well enough to have a good enough memory.
I do.
And I'm just sitting there going, that's it? That's your... I didn't say this.
He didn't try to amplify or expand. He just...
and he wasn't dismissive either.
He just kind of put you in a box.
Yeah, he just kind of put me in a box.
And basically said, this is what he said. He said, I don't have an answer for you.
This is what I understand.
This is a problem.
Mm-hmm.
Here's your problem.
Yeah, here's your problem.
Here's your problem.
Yeah, he was telling me, here's your problem.
Here's your problem.
And I'm like... And I'm sitting there and I'm thinking to myself, did the fucking Norse pagan just religion shame me?
Yeah. I mean, he's got a symbol of, he's got a symbol of his belief system around his neck.
Yeah, and I got one too.
So do you believe it, or is it just...
Is it decoration?
Is it just decoration?
Yeah, I got it too. It's that,
I got a Megadeth t-shirt.
Yeah.
You know, I like Megadeth.
Yeah, you like Megadeth.
I got a Megadeth t-shirt.
Yeah.
You know, that's ultimately what that type of thing is.
Yeah, I know, but it's like...
Are you... Well, see, you know, your application of things is...
different.
Yeah. Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah.
Look, I'm not... Yeah, I was like, look, I'm not saying...
Right, exactly. I'm not saying
you're wrong either.
I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying,
this is where I'm at.
I'm just saying that's how you basically, how do you? It's once you realize, basically all you did was amplify their misunderstanding of what they're involved in. Because nobody else takes it seriously enough to genuinely try to understand it.
Honestly and truly, what it did was made me go, wait, did I just get religion shamed by people who, so if I'm worshiping a concept that can't be quantified, but you guys are adhering to something that you can, quantify.
Right.
Then what's the difference? I'm not trying to make...
Are you trying to say that...
Are you trying to invalidate me because I'm not, adhering to a person?
Right.
Or was a person?
Because I don't have a poster of Odin on my wall.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, me personally, my only symbol of this source is, that geometric pattern necklace I've got. That seed of life geometric pattern.
Yeah.
Because that's the closest I'm gonna get. The seed of life, the source of life, grows into a mighty flower.
And it's just a symbol.
And it's just a symbol. But that's the closest, personally, I have to go, okay, I don't know what this thing is, God, source, goddess, whatever you want to call it, but this seed of life is literally the closest we're going to get. But I'm not worshiping the damn necklace.
Right. You're aware of
the limits.
And you're aware of the infinite aspect of it.
Indeed. That way, I'm not trying to put it in a box, too, but at any rate, all right, we're running out of time. I'm going to write this down because...
That's fine. We can come back to this.
Yeah, we need to come back to this because because this is a good story. It's what the fuck? The pagan people are giving me shit about this, too?
The pagan people.
The pagan people are giving me shit.
Fucking pagan people.
They're giving me shit about this, too.
You don't have a building on every corner that people represent what you think
God is, or God's is.
And you're giving me shit.
And you're giving me shit. That was what pissed me off.
That's when you know you're on the right path.
It tells me, look, all they had to say was, hey, that's cool. I understand that. But for me, the da-da-da-da-da, his interpretation, what he brought to it.
Right, what he brought to it, what he thinks it is.
Yeah.
Okay, but then he didn't start from that position.
No.
He immediately discounted what your application is.
Yeah, all right.
And that
shit
is out of bounds.
That's out of bounds. But you know what? Look, it could have ended way worse. He didn't get ugly. He didn't get disrespectful.
I've had those
but at the same time, it's
with fundamentalist believers.
Yeah, exactly.
Where they
those are the people.
Attack me, and I'm like, I'm not here to be attacked.
Yeah. Anytime I
just want to understand.
Yeah. Anytime I have gone to bro's place of education.
Yeah.
I'm always worried about one of the students coming up and talking to me because it's okay, look.
Yeah.
No. You're
letting your imagination create something. Because it hasn't really happened, has it?
A couple times. Not there.
Not there.
But the times I have gotten shit for it was...
we gotta go.
Yeah, we gotta go. But anyway, I'm writing this down. We're coming back to this. That's it, folks. I was your host, Bel-E.
I was your co-host, Mr. Scratch.
And we'll see you guys next Tuesday. Wait, do we have it? Okay. Bye. See you next Tuesday. Bye. Later.